Hi guys, today we're taking a look at one of the latest 2024 OLED TVs from LG. This is the LG OLED evo G4, which is LG's flagship 4K OLED TV for 2024. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So I've got the 65-inch version here, which is not only great for movies, but also perfect for gaming, as it has HDMI 2.1 ports, supporting a refresh rate up to 144 Hz. And it's also worth mentioning that LG's celebrating their 11th year as the leader in selling OLED TVs, with them introducing their first TV back in 2013. So I'll be showing you around the design of the G4, the ports it has, setting it up and testing it out for general usage, so watching movies, TV shows, using streaming services and gaming to see what the picture quality is like, together with seeing how well it performs. So hopefully this video will give you an idea of whether it's worth getting or not. Plus I'll highlight any positives and negatives I've found regarding it. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. The TV comes in a large box, and due to its size, it's definitely worth getting someone to give you a hand setting it up. Removing the straps on either side and cutting open the top reveals your accessories. There's a bag containing a remote control, some batteries, an IR blaster cable with 2 small stickers and some paperwork. There's also a box containing the wall mount accessories, which includes a bag of screws and raw plugs and the wall bracket. Lifting the box off and removing the foam protectors, you can then lift out the TV from the packaging and place it on a clean flat surface. Looking at the back of the TV, at the top you have the point where the wall mount bracket you get in the packaging hooks onto, and you also have a 300 by 300mm VESA mounting point. Ports wise, along the side you have a common interface with a USB input and 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, with a second one supporting eARC and ARC. There's another set of ports which are downward facing, and this is where you have the IR blaster input, a satellite and aerial input, an optical digital audio output, an Ethernet connection port, and 2 more HDMI 2.1 ports, together with 2 USB input ports. It also supports Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.1. There's a channel to run your cables that has 2 cable management clips, allowing you to clip your cables into place. And below that you have a power cable that's attached and isn't removable, so something to be aware of if you're feeding cables through a narrow conduit. But on the positive side, the cable is nice and long at 2.3 meters. The TV is offered in 5 different size options, starting from 55 inches, 65 inches, 77 inches, 83 inches, and a massive 97 inches. And these all come with a wall mount. I've shown the dimensions for the 65 inch, which I have on the screen. But it's worth noting, if you do go for the 55 or 65 inch versions, you have the option of buying the TV with either the TV stand or with a wall mount. The advantage of using the wall mount they've provided is that you're able to get the TV flush against the wall to give literally a zero gap finish, perfect for a minimalistic look where all cables are hidden. But I'm going to make use of my existing wall mount, as I have a power strip directly behind the TV, as I'll be installing an LED strip light behind it for ambient lighting, so I want a slight gap behind there. Looking at the front of the LG OLED evo G4, it looks really nice with a minimalistic vibe, with it featuring seriously thin bezels. There's no branding on the front, and you have a small area at the bottom middle sticking out, and this is for the infrared remote pickup point, and directly underneath that there's a power button. It's definitely worth wall mounting the TV, as it looks pretty slick, with it being really thin with a squared off design, where the edges are finished in a brushed aluminium, which is just 1.4 centimeters deep, with the inner casing having holes along the edges for ventilation, offsetting it another 1.1 centimeters, making it look insanely thin. Setting this up for the first time is pretty simple. Press the OK button on the remote to pair it with the TV. Select your language and country settings. Select your setup method. I'll go for TV. Internet connection. I've plugged a cable from my router to the LAN port. Accept the terms and conditions. Select how you plan to watch TV. And this is if you have a set-top box for cable or satellite TV. Confirm the installation type. So whether you're using the stand or wall mounting the TV, and the sound will be optimized depending on your choice. Then you have an option allowing you to enable AI functions for AI Picture and AI Sound Pro. I've turned these on, And then you're asked if you want to enable always ready, and this is where you can turn off the TV but it remains showing optimized wallpapers, and you can use voice recognition or use your mobile for music playback. Select if you want automatic update enabled. I've left this on, and now we can tune in any channels if you're not using a set-top box, and you can use either the Freeview or FreeSat as both tuners are built in. Next, we can sign in with an LG account. I'm going to skip this as you don't have to do it. And finally, you can add in any streaming services like Prime Video or YouTube. And that's it, as simple as that, to get set up and running. Once set up, there's a couple of things worth doing initially. First of all, turn off energy saving mode, as it makes a massive difference on the brightness of the picture. You can do this by going into settings, general energy saving, and turning off energy saving step. Then check for any software updates by going into settings, support, software update, and update if required, as you'll get the latest software which will have any bug fixes or enhancements. The picture quality on the LG OLED evo G4 looks stunning when watching movies or gaming, with wide viewing angles, with seriously impressive color and contrast levels that remain consistent at all angles, with no loss in picture quality, as you can see here as I move along, unlike with an LCD or IPS panel where the picture does reduce when you're watching at an angle, with no tinting or loss of contrast. There's an improved light boosting algorithm with light control architecture that can boost brightness up to 150%, and this covers 3% of the screen but doesn't apply to the 97-inch TV. The LG OLED evo panel has a glossy finish which can reflect in a bright room, especially when watching darker scenes, but the advantage of the glossy screen is that the picture quality is just stunning, where the colors literally pop out. And this allows it to provide accurate colors in bright or dark scenes with 100% color fidelity, which preserves shades without distortion and provides 100% color volume, which boosts rich hues. It's a self-lit OLED, which means the pixels reach their highest brightness with no backlight. So in dark scenes, you get deep, true inky blacks, so there's no light bleed. In terms of peak brightness, my light meter was reporting 3000 nits, and performance was excellent in a bright room, providing quite an impressive experience. The LG OLED evo G4 features their new Alpha 11 AI processor, which is their new chipset dedicated to OLED that adds additional power to the G4, helping with the AI Picture Pro, and this provides AI super upscaling, which takes lower resolution content and is upscaled with really impressive results, showing sharpness and image depth without any obvious signs of edge enhancement. And the AI director processing helps preserve colors that set the mood, with the results being exceptional. There's even AI customization that allows you to customize the AI picture to your preference, with the processor providing faster AI performance, improving graphics, and providing faster processing speeds. There's also a new professional mode within the dynamic tone mappings menu, which allows the setting of clip points for 1000, 4000, and 10,000 nit HDR masters, allowing a hard clip or roll off to be dialed in directly within the menus. On to gaming, and the LG G4 is perfect for the current gen consoles, so the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and a PC, with it having 4 HDMI 2.1 ports supporting the full bandwidth of 48 gigabits per second, with it capable of supporting 4K at 120Hz and 4K at 144Hz on a PC. Now, I've initially got my Xbox Series X plugged in, and looking in settings, everything is checked, meaning games that support 120Hz will be supported, with the added feature of variable refresh rate on the Xbox Series X, S, and on the PlayStation 5, giving a great gaming experience. AMD FreeSync Premium is also supported, which reduces stuttering and screen tearing for a smoother gaming experience, together with it being G-Sync compatible. There's also auto low latency mode, and this is where the TV automatically activates the lowest latency setting when gaming. Gaming on the LG OLED G4 is incredible, with the large 65-inch display giving a really immersive experience on the big screen. Performance is rapid when gaming on my consoles, and with it handling 4K at 144Hz on a PC, it copes really well. Both the colors and contrast levels are perfect, with a lightning fast response time coming in at an incredible 0.1 milliseconds, which is better than the majority of gaming monitors out there. It has an input lag as low as 9.2 milliseconds with a 4K at 60 Hz in game optimizer mode, and this halves to 4.8 milliseconds where it's set to 1080p at 120 Hz with boost mode engaged. You can even stream games directly to the TV without the need for having a console or PC, providing a seamless cloud gaming experience, but you'll need an account with GeForce Now and a decent internet connection to get a good experience on this, and all you need to do is pair up a controller, which can be done via Bluetooth. There's also LG's game optimizer mode where you can get all the gaming specific functions in one place, and this shows you what frame rate your game is running at, along with a black stabilizer, low latency, and any AI game sound options. You can also optimize the picture depending on the type of game you're playing, so you can flip between the different genres, which are standard, FPS, RPG, RTS, sports, and user. These all have slightly different picture settings, so really impressed with this. But remember, to get into this, both the picture and sound mode needs to be set to game optimizer, otherwise genres are disabled. Watching movies on the TV or using streaming services, the TV performed really well with excellent clarity levels complemented by inky blacks. It supports Dolby Vision, HDR10, HLG, together with Dolby Atmos and Filmmaker mode to provide the ultimate home cinema experience. With the Filmmaker mode, you can see movies exactly how the directors intended, as it turns off motion smoothing while preserving the original ratio, colors, and frame rate, and this delivers the director's original vision so you can experience the film the way they intended, optimizing the picture quality while ensuring there's no distortion or over processing of the image. There's 9 different picture modes plus a personalized picture wizard, and each one can be adjusted depending on your preference. Personally, I prefer cinema as it's the most natural, giving a good viewing experience. HDR10 is supported, and this adjusts the brightness to enhance the color and reveals every tiny detail to give some awesome clarity levels. There's also Dolby Vision, which intelligently adjusts picture settings based on content genre and ambient surroundings. The sound quality from the speakers is really good considering how thin the TV is, with a good amount of depth through the 4.2 channel speakers, providing a virtual 11.1.2 channel surround sound. It features AI voice remastering, where voices are clearer in busy, bustling environments. But if you are getting this TV for movies and gaming, then it's definitely worth investing in a surround sound system or good soundbar to get the best experience. A good option to consider is the LG US G10TY soundbar, which comes with a subwoofer and is the perfect match for the G4 as it has a very thin profile, together with it being the same width as the 65-inch G4. It connects wirelessly to the G4 using Wowcast technology and uses Wow Orchestra, which uses the speakers on both the LG soundbar and the G4 at the same time, creating an expanded soundstage. Then there's LG's Wow interface, providing a good user-friendly method to manage the soundbar settings. The OS is LG's WebOS 24, and LG commit to providing 4 WebOS upgrades over a 5-year period. The home dashboard has a tidier, toned down layout that's laid out well. It feels very quick while navigating around, with it being pretty easy to use with an intuitive feel to it. The TV does come pre-installed with some apps, and there's an app store where you can download any additional apps like Spotify, etc. And any apps that you install will appear here at the bottom, and you can rearrange them however you like. It also works with Apple AirPlay 2 and has Chromecast built-in support. You also have quick cards, and this collates any apps relevant into a category such as gaming, sport, music, etc. And these cards take you into a more slimmed down interface specific to that genre. As you scroll down the home page, you're now met with a leaner set of menus. LG has gone for a more simple approach, such as the now streaming section, which rather than spreading out every individual streaming service, is now shown on a line where it's collated them with a side-scrolling option to the relevant service you want. If you use the inbuilt aerial for TV, there's a live TV guide that shows what's currently on, together with a Good Life hub with LG's recommendations. But if you don't want these on your home menu, you can simply remove them, leaving you with a compact home menu that just shows your favorite apps. There's a new accessibility tab, and that brings together a lot of features such as the ability to view menus in grayscale and set up hearing aids. And you also have an AI chatbot which is designed designed to assist in any issues you may encounter to provide a quick way to get support. You still have a multi-view option, but you're now able to watch 4 different sources at the same time, working pretty well, but it does feel a little bit limited on the apps you can add here. And it's also worth mentioning displaying 2 separate HDMI feeds is supported, but it has to be done by selecting the dual PC mode, and the maximum resolution supported here is 4K at 60 Hz. The Magic Remote that comes with the LG G4 has a user-friendly layout and a good feel to it, with a scroll wheel around the middle, and it has their magic motion that brings a pointer onto the screen, allowing you to quickly maneuver around by moving the remote around. And you have some quick access buttons on the bottom, including Netflix, Disney Plus, and Prime Video, etc. You also have a built-in microphone to initiate controls via voice commands at the press of a button. One of the biggest concerns with OLEDs is the screen burn-in or image retention. To protect against this, the TV does have OLED care options, plus it helps that LG provides a 5-year warranty in case of any issues, which is great. In comparison to the LG OLED evo G3, which I have mounted here on a stand, both TVs have an identical design, with the ports and power cable being in the same position. They both support auto low latency, variable refresh rate, Dolby Vision, together with NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync Premium, giving stunning picture quality, but the G4 is able to support a higher refresh rate at 4K 144 Hz, which is perfect if you use it with a PC, but there's no added benefit on the current gen consoles. The G4 features a new chipset, which is the Alpha 11 AI processor, giving faster AI performance, improved graphics, and faster processing speeds. The G4 also has their new WebOS 24, which is a lot tidier and has a toned down layout, with the WebOS feeling even faster and more responsive. Testing with some sample footage on both the LG G3 and G4, and you can see there's some enhancements to the LG G4, with the brightness being even brighter, with better contrast in darker scenes, plus with the dynamic tone mapping, there's a professional mode giving you even more control over the picture quality. The colors feel more vibrant, providing an even better performance in a bright room. Sound quality on both is good, but I have noticed that the LG G4 does sound louder with more depth, and this boost is due to the new AI Sound Pro, giving a virtual 11.1.2 effect to the quality of the sound, with the improved voice clarity with AI voice remastering. LG have now included a stand option alternative instead of having to use a wall mount for the 55 and 65 inch versions of the LG G4 models, whereas the previous LG G3 models, the TV only came with a wall mount and you'd have to buy the stand separately at an additional cost. And the G4 has an additional size option, which is a massive 97 inch. So in summary, the LG OLED evo G4 takes the OLED viewing experience to the next level. It has excellent video processing, providing stunning visuals. Colors are vibrant with inky blacks, providing an amazing viewing experience at any angle with no tinting or loss in quality. It features their new Alpha 11 AI processor, which provides faster AI performance, improving graphics and faster processing speeds. Gaming wise, it doesn't disappoint, with the G4 having 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, supporting 4K at up to 144 Hz at the full bandwidth of 48 gigabits per second. It also supports variable refresh rate, and it's both AMD FreeSync Premium and NVIDIA G-Sync compatible, with it having a lightning fast response time of 0.1 milliseconds, making this a seriously awesome TV for both movies and gaming. LG also provide a 5-year warranty with the TV, which is a big positive, but just to note, in the first year of the warranty, the panel, parts and label costs are covered, but after that, only the panel is covered and labor will be charged. So there you have it. You've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including the latest pricing. If you have any questions, then let me know in the comments below. For those of you who have got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with LG G4, as it's nice to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me on my socials. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.